that what George did and what he was inspired by when he created Star Wars was he was looking at a lot of different genres, and that's what we're trying to do. We want to make very different kinds of movies that live inside the Star Wars universe, that have a beginning, middle, and an end. They're not dependent on leaving you with a cliffhanger ending. They really do present a very straightforward and satisfying story.
Can you tease some of those types of movies?
You know Rogue One, we've already talked about it.
Right, so in case you lot didn't know, I'm kind of a huge Star Wars fan. Have been since about age 5. So when I heard George Lucas was selling the rights to Disney a few years back, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really care. But lately, I'm really starting to bite my nails. Now, in case you're one of the 3 people on planet Earth that hasn't seen Star Wars or doesn't know anything about it, I'm gonna start from the beginning. In 1977, there was a really amazing film called Star Wars, followed by 2 also great sequels, and yes, that includes Return of the Jedi. Then in 1999, the start of a prequel trilogy began, and these 3 films weren't as great. Now, Disney have bought the rights to Star Wars, and are making a sequel trilogy. Wait a minute. This is the 2010s. Nothing's just one solid movie or a solid trilogy anymore. No, they're gonna do what everyone else is doing, a cinematic universe. Screw a fascinating character journey about an interesting character that we all love. The more Star Wars, the merrier. Now, I've given the new president of Lucasfilms, Kathleen Kennedy, some crap in my videos, clearly. Does that mean I think she isn't passionate about these Star Wars films? No, of course not. I think she is a fan, since she's been on board with the Star Wars films since like the start. But do I think she's lying through her teeth when she says the anthology films are entirely for the fans? Well, of course she is, man. This is Hollywood. Come on. Now, I know a lot of you might be thinking, Leith, you love Star Wars, so why the hell do you care what the cynical intention behind all these films coming out? You're getting heaps of Star Wars films. I'm gonna tell you. The Star Wars galaxy is a freaking playground for people with imaginations, like me. That's why there is so much expanded universe material. Why do you think I care so little for Marvel anymore? Because so much of it has been forced down my throat, the novelty has worn off. Don't get me wrong, seeing the Avengers on the big screen was awesome the first time, but the novelty is beginning to wear off. And the exact same thing is going to happen with Star Wars. Star Wars is going to become less about a well-loved franchise full of a fascinating universe and become the new trendy thing to like. Like Marvel, when a new Star Wars movie is released, how do people react?
A new Star Wars movie! Sweet!
In a few years, it's not going to be that way. It will be more like,
Oh really? It's a new Star Wars movie, oh that's right, yeah.
do you know how awesome it was waiting in line to see The Force Awakens at the midnight premiere for 2 hours? Wearing a Star Wars t-shirt with a group of 10 other Star Wars fans also wearing Star Wars t-shirts? Awesome! Did you know people cheered at the opening credits? Do people cheer at the Marvel logo? No. Why? Because the novelty has worn off. Are you sensing a reoccurring theme here? But what if the movies are good? Well, if you haven't seen my Rogue One trailer review, why the hell not, man? I admit in that trailer that Rogue One does look kinda cool, but here's the thing. With Marvel, how many Marvel films are actually memorable besides a few exceptions? If there's one thing the prequel defenders like to use when criticizing The Force Awakens, it's that the prequels took risk. Now I'm just gonna put it out there. The Force Awakens, awesome movie. I think you might be thinking that I may sound hypocritical since I'm criticizing Marvel for being what do you call it? Play it safe and buy the books. But I'm gushing all over The Force Awakens, even though it kind of does the same thing. If you want, I can do an analysed review of The Force Awakens, but that's a whole nother video for another day, so don't worry about that, man. Look, the reason why people still watch Marvel movies is that we're too far into the cinematic universe to turn back now. So it's like a task, like, you know, well, I saw, you know, Winter Soldier. That was pretty good, so I suppose I should see Ant-Man as well. You know? And I think Star Wars will become the same thing. It'll be like, oh, why not? You know, I've seen all the others. No, Star Wars shouldn't be like that. Despite what you think of the prequels, Star Wars movies should be novelty. I think what I'm trying to say is, would you rather a bad film that takes risk or a mildly adequate, forgettable film that plays it safe? I think in conclusion, the best way to describe what I'm talking about is to show you this video. So in conclusion, Disney is gonna milk Star Wars dry, man. Come on, just give me another trilogy.